Listen, here are some of our viewers, either from misunderstanding, or in a fit of altruism, wrote the following comments. I'm even going to read one of them now. So what if my dead mother takes over a part of my life? Slower is not a pity. Why not share? Especially if it will ease her suffering there. What can you say to that?
I can say that those who think this way need to understand one thing for themselves once and for all. If your relative has not gone to the portal, know that no matter how good he is here, there, after death, he eventually becomes a creature and begins to spoil the life of the living. And this does not mean that some ghosts will start coming to you. No, it's just that suddenly a living relative has illnesses, failures, poor health, depression, life turns into hell. In the past, a cheerful person becomes apathetic, irritable, or even becomes an alcoholic, for example. Not a single person has stopped drinking if a dead person comes to him, and those who have never drunk, begin to do it. Because the dead are pulling out their life and stealing their light. That is, the light that comes from the portal and gives life, it is intercepted by these stones. All these are fairy tales that a man died, went to heaven and Peter meets him there. This is where we meet each other, and there is a world of different physics, different from ours. On the subtle plane, everything is completely different from itself, and the higher the plan, the more changes. A person in the world of energy does not look like what you used to think. There is a person or a geometric figure, or a spot, it all depends on the person. Is that how the same magic works? If the specialist is really good, a magician, strong, he creates phantoms and puts them to this geometric figure. And already receives food from it. You know, it's like, as if, for example, we took and connected our shed to a neighbor's meter and use his electricity, and he doesn't even know about it. So here, Mac or Dead is connected, from someone else's meter it shakes electricity for itself. What is fraught with such a connection for a person? It is fraught with shortening the years of life, it is fraught with a decrease in the quality of life. What happens to a person when the energy level drops sharply? How do you feel when you have lost a lot of strength? And if such a drain happens all the time? Hence depression and unwillingness to live. Also, some mental illnesses can develop, well, everything else. And the most dangerous thing, if a dead person is connected to your electricity source, is that the dead person can simply drag you away with him. Moreover, this can happen in any form, a serious illness may suddenly appear, an accident may happen. Or a person will unexpectedly go out the window for himself. And such a person, both here and in the next world, will be the slave of a dead man. To be honest, the logic of people who write such comments is very strange. It turns out that since my mother died, then let me die, so what is it? But if people want to die as soon as possible, then I don't mind, let them do what they want with their lives. Only then let them take into account one more fact. In that world, in the world of the dead, there is its own hierarchy, and the person who dominated others during life will dominate them after death. And if your mother was quite authoritarian during her lifetime, then after death there is a high probability that both the children and the husband will fall into slavery to her. After all, a stronger dead man enslaves a weak one. Therefore, these stories of people, how the deceased wife came to pick up her husband, are not just stories. She came for her future slave, and if she dominated him during his lifetime, then after death he will be in her power for many, many hundreds of years. Or, when you dream of a dead mother and says that everything is fine, I took my father, now he is with me, so you know, your father is enslaved in the afterlife.
This is very serious information. I am sure that many people will need time to comprehend and realize it.